Well, the project is called Practice Your Music, and the idea behind it is that music students and musicians in general have a band of real musicians to play with from the computer, so they can have a band of real musicians in anytime, anywhere in the computer. Just need a computer and internet access. The idea came from, it came long ago. I come from the music industry. I've been doing records and stuff. And my partners, they used to have a music school. So it came from the necessity really of having some material so kids could play with someone. The thing is that they went to the classrooms and they didn't practice much at home. So we thought it would be more fun for them if they had a band to play with. The application can be used by anyone. It doesn't teach you how to play an instrument, but if you've got some notions on how to play it, you can have fun with it instead of just playing by your own. So the audience is music students, obviously, but also any grown-up that plays an instrument and maybe he's given up. You know, I know lots of people. I used to play piano when I was a kid, but I don't have time for this and all this. So now you have the opportunity to play with other people in your computer. Also professionals, they can, you know, rehearse with it. Just any musician, really.
Gonna ride a lonesome train. Gonna ride a lonesome train. Gonna ride a lonesome train tonight. Forget.
The application is online, just practiceyourmusic.com. We've got around 200 songs right now. We're expanding that, and we focused in three musical styles, which is jazz, classical music, and blues so far. We obviously want to expand that, so looking for collaborations of other, you know, European music schools, conservatories, so we could work with them to see if we could create more content that's appropriate for them. We started really considering building it like 3 years ago, but it's software based and we didn't know anything about software. So we started contract with a third company doing the software, but it didn't work out very well. So nowadays we founded a new company that's called Practice Your Music as well. We do everything in the house. We do from the programming to recording the artists to, I don't know, we talk with the music teachers to see what they need, what the needs are. We do everything in the house. We're quite a big team. We had the idea like years ago, 5, 6, 7 years ago, I can't remember. Then like 3 years ago, we started developing the first version. That first version, we call it a demo now. We don't use it anymore. And we started developing the current version like 1.5 years ago or something like that. So we went around showing people, and we went to Microsoft in Spain, and they liked the idea, and they said, well, we should use this for the launch of Windows 8.
Practice with a backing group, anywhere, anytime. Practice Your Music is an application that helps you practice your musical instrument. The library is the starting point from which to choose from the tracks you can access. From here, you can sort the tracks to find the ones you're most interested in and access a file with detailed descriptions of the tracks.
Most expensive or harder thing to do is, well, expensive, not harder thing to do, is to actually create the material. Because the songs we use, we have to record them specifically for the application. And the way we do it, we record a band, we record them one by one and in multi-camera. So it's quite a long process. We record them against a ring wall, a chroma key they call it, so we can change the background afterwards. So we record them one by one with multi-camera, and the audio is also separated. Because in the application afterwards. You can mute an instrument or listen to it as on its own. You can also see the performance hands, because we use several cameras, several angles. So the process of creating a song is quite a lot of work. Obviously, there's the copyright issues. So we've got three styles right now. One is classical music. There's no copyright there if they're old enough, like Vivaldi, Bach, all these famous people, they don't have copyright anymore. Then we have two more styles. One is jazz. Jazz is a genre where people play something called standards. Every musician that's trying to play jazz learns to start with, and when they play in jam sessions, and everybody knows certain standards. Those standards have copyright. So, and it's difficult to make a record company understand, or a publishing company understand what we want to do, because it's a new thing and they're quite old-fashioned. So we've tried that, hasn't worked out yet. So what we have done is we've recorded jazz tunes that follow the jazz standard structure and musical content, okay, chord progressions and things like that, but with compositions from people that we know, or we've been recommended, so we can use them. Same with blues, that's the other style we have. People don't realize it, but almost weekly we upload some new things to the application, some new features or things we found out that didn't work out as we expected. The thing we almost have finished in developing is an offline application, what we call an offline application, which is just, we found out, we have contact with lots of schools, music schools from around our area, and some of them, they don't have internet, or the internet is not very good. So we are developing it's almost there, offline versions. It's just a normal program. You just install it in your computer. You just download the songs from the internet once and stay there. One of the things we want to develop as well is webcam integration. So you could record yourself with the band that is playing for you, and you could share that, and you could play with someone else in another webcam. The process we're into now, we want people to get to know the application, because when we show the application to people, musicians, the feedback is very positive. But we need to, people to get to know it, and we're in the process of learning how to do that, because as I told you, we don't come from this software business, so there's lots of things we don't really know how to do yet, but hopefully we'll get there. If your project is useful and you believe in it, you may find lots of difficulties in the way, but just keep doing it, because that's what life is about, doing things. That's my opinion anyway, because otherwise, if you don't do things, you just, do anything, but do it, put your heart on it and do it, whatever you do.